Hello everyone! I just finished watching a film that completely shattered me emotionally, and honestly, I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I cried not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. And trust me, I'm not someone who tears up easily during movies. Here's the thing about films that make us cry. They're never just sad for the sake of being sad. The truly great ones resonate in ways you never see coming. Today, I'll be sharing the film that left me in pieces, and exploring why certain movies have this uncanny ability to make us ugly cry into our popcorn. By the end of this video, you'll also have a curated list of films guaranteed to keep the tissues close at hand.
Breakdown when she finally admits to her parents that she misses Minnesota. The raw honesty of that confession, the family hug, and the way her emotions worked together in that moment, it hit me harder than I expected. And here's the thing, what makes this film so powerful isn't simply that it makes you cry. It's that it validates every single emotion we experience. It shows us that sadness isn't weakness at all, but an essential part of growth and connection.
Why we actually need movies that make us cry. Scientists have explored this phenomenon, and the findings are fascinating. Research from Oxford University shows that people who cry during movies release more endorphins. Those are the natural feel-good chemicals in your brain. In other words, shedding a few tears during a movie is like giving your brain a natural high. There's also a concept called benign masochism. It's our uniquely human ability to enjoy negative emotions in safe, controlled environments. That's why we love roller coasters. It's why we crave spicy food. And yes, why we're drawn to movies that completely wreck us emotionally. Think about it for a moment. When was the last time a comedy fundamentally changed your outlook on life? Probably never. But a film that makes you cry, those stay with you. They resonate. They help you process your own emotions and experiences long after the credits roll. Speaking of emotional experiences, if this video is already hitting you in the feels, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe. Now back to the tears. The science behind cinematic tears. Here's something even more fascinating. Researchers at UCLA found that people who cry during movies show increased activity in the anterior cingulate cortex. That's the part of your brain responsible for empathy. Crying at movies doesn't just show sensitivity, it can actually make you more emotionally intelligent. And here's a fun fact. The average person cries at movies about 3.5 times per year. So, if you're someone who tears up regularly during films, you're not just normal. You may even be more emotionally healthy than people who never cry at all. What makes a movie truly tear-worthy? Not every film that tries to make you cry succeeds. The ones that truly leave a mark usually share 3 key elements. First, genuine character connection. We have to deeply care about the people on screen. Inside Out works so well because it takes us inside Riley's mind. We understand her struggles on an intimate level. Second, universal themes. The most powerful tearjerkers tap into experiences we all share. Loss, growing up, family. Even if we haven't lived through the exact situation, we still connect to those emotions. Third, earned emotional buildup. Great films earn their tears. They don't just throw in sad moments randomly. They build emotional investment over time until the release feels inevitable.
More movies that will absolutely break you. Since I've already abandoned any pretense of dignity when it comes to crying at movies, here are a few more titles guaranteed to leave you in emotional shambles. Coco. If you don't cry during Remember Me, you might want to check if you're actually human. This Pixar gem about family, memory, and Mexican tradition hits every emotional note with precision. I once watched this on a plane and had to pretend I was suffering from a sudden allergy just to explain why I was openly sobbing at 30,000 feet. A Monster Calls. This one is devastating. It follows a young boy grappling with his mother's terminal illness, guided by visits from a mythical tree monster. The way it tackles grief is both brutal and profoundly beautiful. Fair warning, one box of tissues won't be enough. The Fault in Our Stars. Yes, it's a teen romance, but it's also a masterclass in balancing humor and heartbreak. Adapted from John Green's novel, it proves that stories about mortality can still be filled with warmth and wit. And when Augustus delivers his pre-funeral eulogy, just brace yourself. Marley and Me. Any pet owner already knows why this film earns a spot here. What begins as a light-hearted comedy about life with a mischievous dog slowly transforms into a meditation on family, change, and loss. By the end, you'll be emotionally gutted. Up. Pixar didn't even wait to ease us in. That opening montage is essentially emotional warfare. 10 minutes that dismantle your heart before the story even begins. And yet, somehow the rest of the film rebuilds it into something hopeful and tender.
Why animated movies hit different? Here's something interesting I've noticed. Some of the most emotionally powerful films are animated. And there's actually a psychological reason for this. Animation removes the barrier of realism that sometimes makes us guard our emotions. When we're watching real actors, part of our brain stays analytical. We think about their other roles, their acting choices, or even the production itself. But with animation, we dive straight into pure emotion and storytelling. Animated films also tackle big themes through metaphor and symbolism in ways that feel more accessible than heavy dramas. Inside Out literally shows us emotions as characters. Coco uses the Day of the Dead to explore memory and family legacy. These concepts might feel too abstract or overwhelming in live action, but animation makes them digestible, while still preserving their full emotional impact. So, there you have it. My complete emotional breakdown over Inside Out, plus the science behind why movies make us cry and why that's actually great for our mental health. Here's my question for you. Are you team cry openly at movies, or team hold it in until you're alone? Personally, I've embraced the public crying life, but I want to know where you stand. And what movie absolutely destroyed you emotionally? Drop it in the comments. I clearly need more films to wreck me.